Hey boys and girls, so today for writing, you guys have been working so hard on adding so many good details to your writing. I've been loving seeing that. And one thing I love about details is that you can add kind of as many as you want because they just make your story more and more interesting. They make people want to read what you wrote because your characters have thoughts and feelings just like you. And so we need to be telling our reader how your characters are thinking and feeling. And we can do that two ways. We can do that in the illustrations and in the words. So right here, this is how you guys can show how your character is thinking through your illustrations or your pictures. So I have a character right here, and I used my thought bubble. You guys remember, when we see a thought bubble, we know that someone is thinking something. So I showed that this character is thinking that he's going to play soccer when he gets home. It says, I am going to play soccer when I get home. But we can also tell what the character is thinking through our writing and our words. So we have our illustration over here again, and it does show what the character is thinking, but we can also write about it. So if I want to tell my reader in writing what my character is thinking, then I'm going to say something like, before leaving school, I thought I'm going to play soccer when I get home. Exactly how you would tell your mom and dad that you're thinking something. I'm thinking that we should have macaroni and cheese for dinner, Mom. I'm thinking, or I'm wondering, what the weather is going to be like today. Exactly how we would say something in real life is how we need to say it in our writing, because that makes it really interesting. When your reader, or whoever's reading your story, gets to know your character a little bit better, it makes the story more interesting to them. It makes them want to read your story. So, what you guys are going to do today is get your writing from last week that you worked so hard on for days and days and days. You're going to go back in one more time and add anything that you missed, any details that you want to add, or add in what you were thinking during the event that you wrote about. So I wrote about playing Monopoly with my cousin. So this was where I drew my pictures, and then I wrote about what was happening in my pictures, and then I went back and I added details. I talked about the weather, I talked about how we were feeling, I added in details. But today I went and I added what my characters were thinking. And since I was a character in my own story, I wrote what I was thinking. So when we decided to play Monopoly, I remembered I was thinking that I hoped I win. Every time I play a game, I'm going to try my best to win that game. And so I wrote down that I was thinking that I hope I win. Then, when we were playing the game and we were having so much fun and we were so happy, I thought back to that moment. And I remembered I was wondering if we were going to play again. I wondered if we were going to play Monopoly again. And so I wrote that down just so my reader would be able to know what my characters were thinking. And then after we played the game, we were so tired. But tomorrow we were going to play the game again. And I remember thinking that it was such a good day with my cousin, and we had so much fun. So I just gave my reader a little bit of insight into how my character was thinking, what my character was feeling, what they were thinking in that moment, just to make my story a little bit more interesting. It's always good to add those details in. And I can't wait to see what type of details that you guys add and how you guys were feeling and thinking when you were doing the events that you wrote about. So I can't wait to see it, and you guys can always add more illustrations. You can add more details. Go back and make sure your writing is exactly how you want it, and make it really, really interesting, because I know you guys are good writers, and I want to read what you've wrote, all your good stories about all the fun times you had. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.